Hey guys, this is Upscale Resale Boutique. I've actually recorded this video like 4 times and I just keep messing it up, so I'm gonna go through it again. And I apologize for how quickly I go through this stuff. Hopefully, this being a video, you're able to pause and rewind and get the information out of it that you need. This is your website. I've got it set to almost default everything. Very simple. It's live right now. You can go to upscaleresaleboutique.com and this is what you will see. I've put a couple of categories in here. I've put a couple of sample products for you to look at, and it's very simply organized. You have a top bar here. You can put a message up here and some social links to your email or to your Facebook group. If you click on that, it'll open your Facebook group. And I've got your header here. I can put a logo there. I can put, retitle that whatever you like, and a quick menu for you to get to the shop. An account. Customers can make an account on this and save their order history and look at what they've bought. Like with most web stores, go to the cart, check out, a quick search for the site, and a little flyout of what's in the cart. Pretty organized up there. On the left sidebar, you've got a product search again, and you have categories, which I've built out here. Some accessories, bags, jewelry, just some basic stuff I expect that you might have. I'll show you how to add categories and organize those. And then of course you have your products over here. I'll show you how to add and organize those as well. You have a couple of filtering options. You can view them as a list, view them in blocks, sort by rating, price, low to high, high to low, popularity, how many products per page you want to view, and that's basically it. You've got a footer down here. We can add some elements to that, like a little map of where you are, some contact information, whatever you really like, you can put down there, and we'll get to all of that. But for now, I want to show you what I feel like you're going to be doing probably the most, which is adding products and organizing categories of products. And to get there, you need to go into the back end of your website, into the administration area of your website, and to do that, you come up to the URL, and you'll go to the .com and put a slash and put wp-admin. upscaleresaleboutique.com/wp-admin, and I'd add a bookmark to that, so that you can get to that without having to type all of that at once. I'm going to just enter there. When you do this, it's probably going to ask you to log in the first time, and I'll have to get you guys logins. I'll just add you to the user area. Just need to get an email that you prefer, and we'll set that up. I'll come over and we can do that. But when you do get logged in, this is what it'll look like here. And you've got this top bar allowing you to log out or look at a profile if you want to set a profile up. You've got your website here with this little flyout. You can visit the site. I'm just going to open link in a new tab, and there it is. So you can keep track of what you're doing. In fact, I'll keep that open so that we can monitor everything that we're doing in the back end as it appears on the front end. You've got a content area here which shows whatever you have in focus, and a sidebar with all these links, all these little things that you can use to control your site and the content that is on it. And it looks like a lot of stuff, and it is, but really you're not going to use most of that. In fact, the only thing probably that you're going to use are Jetpack, which will give you your site stats. I'll click on Jetpack, and that's what this content area looks like here. So far, it's a brand new website. Not really a lot going on so far. I will mention while I'm here that you're going to see some little messages appear at the top of your administration area probably pretty regularly. Every time that Wordpress, which is the platform that we're on, every time your website has an update or has a suggestion for you, it's just going to throw it up at the top. Sometimes there's an X and you can close them. Sometimes there's not. Really, none of this is going to be very urgent, and feel free not to stress and to just ignore all this stuff. It is not necessary for you to give this stuff up here any attention. It's just WordPress saying, hey, maybe this, hey, maybe that. Not really important for what your guys' regular functions in here are going to be. So Jetpack, this is where your stats are. The next section that you're going to look at is products. Down here, I'm going to click on products. And you can see that when I hover over these things, some of them have a flyout menu with a couple of options in them. So Jetpack has a dashboard and setting and site stats in there. In products, you have all products, add new, categories, tags, and attributes. And these are just little subsets of things that you can do in the products area. When you first click on products, though, you've got this little menu area that shows you all the products, all delete that. I started that earlier in a prior recording of this video, and I messed it up pretty good, so I'm just going to delete that. And here we are. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a new product and how to edit products if you ever need to go in and edit a product. And to do that, you can add new from this menu, or you can just add new from this menu. I'm just going to use this top button right here for now, and let's have a look at what it looks like in the back end of building a new product. And it looks kind of weird, and it's basically a word processor with a couple of other attributes you can fill out that would be relevant to a product. And just so that we can get a sense of what it's going to look like on the front end, I'm going to open up one of these products so that I can compare things that we're doing in the back with how it would look in the front. And just a real quick overview of how this looks here on viewing a single product page. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have your gallery images along the left here, main gallery image. You can zoom up on that, close it there, title up here, price here. It looks like we have a little thing here. This is it says the regular price is 60 and this is 49 and it's on sale. I'll show you how to set up sale tags if you want to do that. It's very simple. I have a little excerpt here. This is a short description, and you have a full description for rich information down here. But on the right of the image, this is the short description. It's actually important to remember. You have your little add to cart button here, and you can add quantity. I have this set to a quantity of 1 right now, so it won't let you add 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of them. But if you had more than 1, you could go 2 or 3 or 4 with these plus or minus buttons here and add those to a cart. Or if you want to skip the cart and go straight to checkout, I have PayPal set up with you guys' email right now, so this is live. Someone could come in here and click on PayPal and check out, and that's how they would do it. And below that you have the categories that it's in. These are links. If you click on any of these categories of tags, it will take you back to the shop and filter products based on whatever you clicked. It will filter to everything that has the tassel tag, or everything that is tagged as a purse, or everything in the bags category. These are active. And then down here you have a couple of tabs. The description tab, like I said, this is the long description where you can put rich information. This area you can add images or videos or your size charts, tables, whatever rich content you want to put. Additional information. This is for just weight and dimensions, and reviews. If anyone's left a review, said this is great, then they can do that there, and those will be active as soon as someone submits them. And that's basically that. And finally, beneath the actual product information, you'll have, go ahead and let that be posted. See, that's what an active review looks like. And then you'll have related products. Related products are a neat function of your store, which if you have things in a similar category, or products that you specifically said, this is a similar item, or this is related, or these belong in a collection together, you'll have some area down here where it will add these products as like a little suggestive section, so that if a customer is looking at something they're interested in, they can find something similar that they may also be interested in. Maybe you can get a cross-sell, something like that, and that's what that area is for. Okay, so how do we build all this stuff? Back over to the Add New Product page, and again, we got here by going to Products and Add New Product. And so the very first thing we need to do is put a title in here. I'm going to use a brand new product. I'm going to use these shoes from your Upscale Resale Boutique Facebook page. I'm just going to copy all this information. I'm going to say that's the title. And then I'm going to go to this description area. Like I said, this is the large description. This information, everything here will show up right here. This is a rich content area, full width, full page area. Like I said, you can put images, you can put whatever you like in here. You can put a contact form. If you want to put an add media, you can do that here. You can add galleries, audio, video, whatever you like in here. And I'll explain a little bit more how to use this media area if you want to do that. Probably you won't be putting very much in this section unless you really want to develop a really rich description. Maybe for pretty expensive products. I don't know. It seems like an awful lot to do for as much as you get with just this basic stuff. So I'm not going to go into that a whole lot. Let's just take, for now, so I can get along here. this whole thing. I'm just going to paste it here. And this is a fully functional word processor. Basically, you can say, I want to bold this area. I can change the color of the text. I can indent things. I can, I can do quite a bit of stuff here. And you can even add HTML if you want. And no need for that. And that, like I said, that'll show up down here. But what if I want stuff here on the right of the images? I'm going to go ahead and take this same description, and I'll come to the bottom of the page, and I'm going to put it in the product short description. This section, product short description, is what shows up on the right of the image. This is not just a copy of this. I had to actually put it in twice, and I put it in right down here. Side description. And I'll show you what it means. I'll show you when we publish this. Just make sure that you go ahead and put that in here too. This area shows up to the right of the image. Okay. And then let's come down here. I'm going to skip Ocean WP settings. That is theme settings. Don't worry about that. And I'm going to go to this area called product data. And I'm going to click on this bar. If it's collapsed, you can just open it up. And this is some more detailed information about the product's necessary information. Got a couple of tabs over here. In general, you have the price. I think it was $8. I showed you over here that this one has a little sale tag, and it has a regular price and a sale price. That is this section right here. The regular price, I had it set to $49, and I had the sale price set to $60. Oh, sorry, the sale price is $49, and the regular price is $60. I get that reversed all the time, but it will warn you. So the sale price is the price that they can buy it for, and the regular price is the one crossed out, if you want to do that. If you don't put a sale price and you just have a regular price, then it will look like this other product over here, which doesn't have the sale tag and it doesn't have that crossed out area. It's a bit simpler. But if you want to, give a little urgency, then that's, you know what that's for. Inventory. You do need to do something in here, in which is tell the shop to manage stock for this item and tell it how many you have. The reason that's important is because if you don't do that, it'll assume that you have an infinite supply of that product. And when it sells, it'll be in the store still available to buy, even though someone's already bought it. So you have to tell it, manage the stock for this, and I have only one of them. And if you do that, it'll only let you buy one, and then it'll remove it from the store when it's bought. So that makes you not have to go and manually remove things, which is good. Gonna come down to shipping, and I'm gonna say these are probably £1, I guess, and I'm probably gonna put them in a 6x12x4 shoebox. And I haven't set up any shipping classes. I will mention that right now I have your shop set up for free shipping for a flat rate of $0 on all shipping, so that you can make picking things up in person a little easier if you want to do that, even having used this website to sell things. And also, if you're going to be shipping things, for that purpose, include in the price the cost of shipping. Maybe make that $12 because you expect to ship it, because right now shipping is set up for free. You can, and of course we should, set up rate tables for shipping, for domestic, for international if you want them, and get the region data for all of that. And that can be done, but I want to go over that stuff with you in person so that we can have that be organized in a way that makes sense to you guys and that you like. But for simplification for now, I've left it on free shipping. And so until we set that up, anything that you list, include the shipping and the price, and that's basically all there is to do with that. Linked products. This area right here. This is this lower section, the related products down here. If you don't set this up, it will default to products in a similar category or products with like tags. And you can, like I said, you can just link like products together. Let's say I search purse, bag. There we go. And you can say the Jessica Simpson bag is related to this, so sell it. And I'll go ahead and put that in here, and I'll say the other one is that, so we can tell what that looks like when I publish. I'll go to that, and I'll go back to this back end and look at all this stuff, and I'll show you how that appears on the front end. This is just an example for now. Attributes. Probably you're not going to mess with this. This is if you have a variation-based product. You can add a color attribute or a size attribute and then make all the variations to do with that. I'll go over that when we get to that, I guess. If you have anything that has variations, you want to sell multiples with different types of, that's what this section is for. And then advanced. Purchase note, I guess, is something that it just gives a note to the customer when they check out. If there's special information, like, hey, this product is made to order and it's going to take a while. Like if you wanted to put a crochet thing in there and be like, reminder, it's probably going to be a week before we even ship it. So don't stress out. You put that in here. Menu order is, I believe that means, what is on the very top in the cart if you have multiple things in the cart. And enable reviews. You can disable reviews is basically what that means, and maybe you want to do that. In the entire history of our website since the very beginning, no one has ever left a review. So I don't know if you care, but there's a checkbox for that. Okay, so we've gone through the title, the bottom description. Well, it's the description that appears at the bottom of the listing, all the granular product data, and the excerpt which appears to the right of the images. So the next thing we need to do is go through this sidebar here, and it's kind of not in a logical order. In the top right you have your publish menu, which will let you post the product to your shop. If you don't want it to be published yet, you can save it as a draft, and that's good to do. Occasionally do that when you're working with it if you have a lot of information you want to add to it. And I'll just wait for that to finish. There you go. And you can preview it. Let's preview what we have so far. We have the title, we have the price, we have the excerpt, and we have the description and some additional information and reviews. That's it. Very, very simple. Okay, and we'll show you that one of these says side description and one of these does not. And the only reason for that is because I came into this lower area and I put side description to distinguish that this one appears on the side. I'll take that out. It's not really necessary that we do that. Let's keep working here. Okay, so below that we have product categories, and I've made a couple of the categories. By default, everything drops into the uncategorized, and I'm going to check shoes because these are a pair of shoes. And I'll show you how to add new categories and to organize those. If you want to add one just real quick, you can just drop it in here and say women's shoes. You can choose a parent category underneath shoes. And let's just add that for now and see how that works. That'll put it women's shoes as a subset of shoes and add it to both of those categories. In your page, you might want to add some category pages to your home page. Eventually, I'll probably add a home page so that when you go to the .com, instead of showing this page with all the products, which is perfectly fine, but maybe I'll do an actually organized page with like a slider and a featured product, and then some featured categories, some things that are trending, some new stuff, just an actually organized home page. And then you can click into the shop and get to just the nitty-gritty of all the products that you have in there and a search and all that stuff. But for now, this is fine. And okay, beneath categories, we've got product tags. This is helpful for people who are searching in your shop and for cross-sells and upsells and related products. It will use these tags for that purpose, and you don't have to put anything here, but I'll just put this is very redundant. I'm just doing this for an example. Both of those are completely unnecessary because they appear in the title and tags. Brown shoes, leather, I don't know if they're leather, but that's basically what you do there. Sharing, show sharing buttons. I honestly haven't been able to find these on page, so I wouldn't really worry about that. What it should be is a button where you could say on your page, be like, share this on Facebook. But in this theme or in this setup, as I have everything on default, it doesn't appear yet. So for now, I wouldn't worry about that, I guess, and I'll sort that out. I promise I will. Finally, down at the very bottom of this right sidebar is product image and product gallery. And these are set in two different areas because the product image is what appears here in all of these listings, and product gallery is what appears here, all these other images that don't show up until you're in the listing. And so it makes a distinction. I'm going to set the product image, and it opens up this media window that we saw, and it's got a couple of tabs here. You've got images that you've already uploaded in the media library, and you have upload files, and you would just select files and navigate to them and select them and open and upload. I've already done that for this one because I recorded this video before. As soon as you upload them, they'll appear. It'll take you back to this tab and show you all the images you've got. Then you'll select them just like that. You can, I think, select more than one. Nope, not for product image. I'm gonna select this as the product image, and I'll just set product image. Give it a second, and there they are. So now I'm gonna add product gallery images, every image except for that one. I'll use Shift. You can add them one at a time, or I can hold Control and click and unclick, or I can do Shift, select, and select them all. I hope that makes sense. And you add to gallery. To select more than one thing at a time, you'll have to hold Shift and continue clicking. And there they are. Okay, so this listing it's done. It took a long time because I was being exhaustive. I felt like trying to explain everything, but it's very simple. Title, description, copy the description into the bottom area as well. Fill out this section. Put your price. Tell it that you have one and enable stock management. Set your shipping for in the future when you do shipping. Put your weight and your dimensions. Linked products if you want. Attributes you don't need. Advanced you don't need. Anyway, okay, so we're good to go. I've saved it as a draft already, but we're ready to go. So I'm going to hit this blue publish button. And there we are. So this appears at upscaleresellboutique.com/product/report women's shoes. And if I go to the shop and I refresh the page, there they are. Okay, so let's open this up and see what that looks like in there. Looking pretty good. Looks very good. Very nice. There's our categories, there's our tags, there's a little side description. We have one in stock. You can add it to the cart if you like. Here's the other description, and we're good to go. Okay. The next thing, really the last thing that I want to show you, is how to manage and organize categories, because you probably do this. Once you've added a few products, maybe before you add a few products, you want to think about the organization of your store, what sort of things that you're putting in there regularly, and I've made some categories to that end. In this category section, which is also a subset of products, you have your little right section with all the categories that you've got, and the anatomy of that is here's the title, and you can hover and make to some menu in there. You can edit or quick edit, view the category, or make it default. And really the important thing is that you can move them around by grabbing this little handle here and pull them around. I'm going to pull shoes into accessories. Let's say, you know what, I think probably I'm putting uncategorized at the top. I feel like it kind of makes sense that shoes would be a subcategory of accessories. So let me go to quick edit. Well, I can't do it in quick edit. I'm going to go to edit on shoes. I'm going to say the parent category is accessories. Let's see what happens here. It says it saved it. I'm going to go back to categories. And now shoes has a little dash beside it, and it's directly beneath accessories. And that makes shoes a subset of accessories, and women's shoes is still a subset of shoes, so it's doubly indented. I'll show you what that looks like over here in the categories. So you have accessories, bags, jewelry, bracelets, and then their shoes is underneath accessories, and then women's shoes. Let's add a couple more categories. I know I went through that kind of fast. That must have been confusing. Let's say women's clothes. Here in the left side, I'm just going to type in the name of the category, and then you have to give it a slug as well. The slug is how it would appear in the URL. For example, if I click on bags, look at this URL up here. It says bags. If I go to women's shoes, it'll say women's shoes. But it doesn't just say women's space shoes, it says women's dash shoes. And the reason for that is the slug can't have any spaces in it. So if you want to do a custom slug and really control how this looks, for some reason, you put it in here. I usually just put with a dash, and then and that's fine. And I'll let it be a top level category, so no parent category. And I'm not going to put a description. You can type a description if you want. It does show in some places, but it's not necessary at all to do. And add category. There's women's clothes. Okay. So let's do men's clothes as well. Just gonna add a couple of them real quick. No parent category. Okay. And we have accessories. Tell you what, let's take shoes. Let's take women's shoes actually, and put it underneath women's clothes. So I'm going to go into women's shoes by hovering over it and edit. And I'm going to say women's clothes is the parent category. And I'm going to update it. When the page reloads, it'll say item updated, and you can go back to categories. So now we've got men's clothes, women's shoes. So now shoes is just a subset of accessories. And I'm going to go ahead and delete shoes. We'll make a distinction between men's shoes and women's shoes. We can do the same thing here when you're making the category. Let's say we have men's shoes. And put it underneath men's clothes is the parent category. Add that category. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to take uncategorized and drag it back up to the top. You can organize this pretty finely. Say men's clothes, women's clothes, accessories with bags and jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, rings. And let's refresh the page over here again and see what our collections look like now. And there we go. They are not in order. I'm going to go into customize real quick, and I'm going to set them to follow the admin hierarchy instead of alphabetical order, I think is what it's doing right now on page. And don't worry about this, I'm just going to make sure that I can do it real quick. That's basically the whole deal, is categories, all products. You manage your categories over here, you manage your products right here, and that's the whole jam. If you want to remove a product manually, you can just hover over it and trash it, or you can select several products and trash them. You can edit a product after you've made it by coming over here to edit, and it'll open up the exact same thing that you used to make the product, with your title up here, your description right here, your images down here at the bottom, your complex information right here about the more granular data. Very simple. I'll go back to products. I'll show you the quick edit. Actually has quite a bit more information when you're managing a product than when you're managing just a category. You can manage the title and the slug, the publish date right here. You can manage the quantity right here. Nothing really to worry about right there. And just to get out of here, I'm going to reload all products again. When you do quick edit, make sure you hit update if you're going to do that. And that's basically that. Okay. Sidebar. Oops. Let's say Woocommerce. Where is it? Widgets, Woocommerce sidebar. And let's say product categories, collections, and show hierarchy. Order by category order. There we go. And that should follow the order that I set up in the first place. And I'm actually telling it to hide empty categories too. That way, all those categories that have nothing in them, they go away. And that way, you don't have a whole bunch of stuff that people can click on that takes them to nothing. And I'll publish that. There's a lot that you can do with this website, and I've just showed you how to do the products and how to do the categories. I hope that is enough information to get you started. Everything that you create here, if you want to, you can. If you want to do a little marketing and get people onto your site, just grab this link right here. Go over to Facebook and just post it right there. Wait for the preview. You know how to do all this stuff. And I'm going to set this to be only me, just to show you, and share it. And there it is. Now, if you like, you can put your description and all that stuff right here. And when people click on it, instead of being on Facebook and being like, I had a bit on that, it'll take you to your actual site. They can add it to their cart and check out. If they just want to check on a page, this is what checkout will look like. And you can add. I have it set up for PayPal right now. You can add on-cart checkout with Stripe if you like, or on-page checkout with Stripe, because this opens up another window. And some people think that that's irritating to customers. I don't have any problem with it, but some people do. So you can do that. You can subscribe to a number of different things like that. Continue. I guess I'm buying these shoes. Oh, not yet. It takes you back to the page and says you've logged in, and here it is. It has my information. You can do coupon codes. I can show you how to manage that, and there you are. Place order. If you don't have a default address, it'll let you set your address when you check out. So very simple. All right. That's all the information that I've got. I'll get with you guys sometime about coming over and organizing the rest of this. Patty, I hope you start feeling better. I heard you were feeling sick, and all right, and that's it.